Good morning, good afternoon, welcome everybody. Talos Mobis here, and well, today we don't have a lot to talk about, but we will talk about it regardless. Today we're talking about the update of the week for the 31st of October, Happy New Month, as this is coming late. But we got something really interesting to talk about. As you are all aware, GBU2 had its update of the month relatively early this month for console and PC, but we still got the end of the month 4-star for console. And PC got their, well, their 4-star in a way as well through the Perfect Gundam reroll. But rather than me telling you about it, how about we go ahead and look at them? So, let me bring it up really quickly for you. So, update of the week for PC. It's the post Autumn Fest. Well, Autumn Fest post event, I guess. And for the end of the month, you guys got a guaranteed Perfect Gundam supply drop for 5-step. Those who did a 7-step must be fuming, because while you didn't get the part from this one, you still got a Perfect Gundam. I'd say that's a win in my books. Half of roll, always worth it. Perfect Gundam Thunderbolt is still a really powerful unit, one of the better generals at its 500, 550 state. Sorry, 550, 600 state. So, if you want it, grab it. There's nothing stopping you really at this point. It's just a 5-step, meaning that you're looking at 135 tokens than the classic 195 tokens. So I'd say that's a win. There's the normal limited supply drop. Well, if you want to get it through this instead of the 5-step, but I'd say go for the 5-step if you have the tokens. Otherwise, you're going to be rolling like there's no tomorrow. Up next, we're moving quickly. The new mobile suit for PC is the Hazel Custom Icarus unit equipped. It's really cool. It's pretty much a sniper raid. I don't remember if Alter and I covered this mobile suit. Allow me to say, in case we did cover the mobile suit, I will put it in the description down below for those curious enough to look at it. If we didn't, well, I probably will look like an idiot, but at least I will say that I don't remember if we covered it or not. Regardless, let's continue, shall we? Then the new sub-weapon beam reflector, which is literally just the eye field of the XS. So a 650's dual in a 550, but the toolkit of the Hazel Custom Icarus is not really that incredible. Where adding this skill, which is a timed skill, will literally make it overpowered. But level 2 Perfect Gundam Thunderbolt is available in the rolls. And we have the premium login bonus for this month, which starts off for this week. And overall, the first third of November being the narrative T-Packs, for those that get all the way through it. Second 10 days of the month, we're looking at, well, the Hyakushiki, which, if you ask me, is a really solid unit, the Hyakushiki Kai ground type. Now, why is it a solid unit? Well, it's the Madrock at 650. Well, sorry, at 600. But I'm calling it a 650 because this unit can actually survive 650. You'll see it a lot more often at 650 than 600. If you don't have it, I'd say it's worth it to get. Even if it's through here, it's got multiple instants, really good build-up stuns, really good mobility, really good backswing, 3-hit backswing specifically, balancers, force injectors, it got everything. Gym Dominance Aquatic type or underwater equipment type. Forgive me, I'm having the hiccups, that's why I get the long pauses. Is still one of the better 400s, but not anymore the best. There are other 400s that well surpass the unit. Even the recent Dozel Zabis Zaku 2 on console is extremely powerful, and you're gonna be getting it in the next coming weeks. So by the end of this month, you should have it at least, if not at the start of next. Regardless, really solid 400. The Gazai and the Zok, level 1 and level 4 respectively, were added to the recycle counter. The Gazai is a very good support because you have a transformable support that has a lot of stuns and build stuns at cost, allowing you to be pretty flexible for what the Gazai is, like a very chunky support. And it's actually quite flexible. The Zok, at its level 4, I don't know if it will survive, but I've seen plenty of people use it just for them to just bombard enemies. Kinda funny. Regardless, interesting recycle ticket additions. But that wraps up the PC version. Moving on, console still has the release celebration campaign for the Requiem for Vengeance, and this week we got the Midnighters team insignia, I guess you could say. Now, I'm not gonna specify who the Midnighters are, just in case some of you have not watched Requiem for Vengeance. Regardless, really cool insignia. Nothing more other than that. We didn't get the Solaris Zaku 2 as I hoped, but we got something equally as cool. Meet the Gundam Delta Kai ground type. Now, this is a really well balanced 600 raid. Problem is that there are so many powerful 600 generals that it being well balanced will require it to be really good with its balanced kit to match to the generals. Am I saying don't roll for it? I'd say roll for it. Having enhanced offense system level 1 at 50% HP or less? Well, I'll go in detail on this a bit more shortly, but first allow us to first of all see it introduce itself rather than me talk about it before I do talk about it. First of all, beam rifle and stun, beam launcher, both on mobile suit and mobile armor form, beam saber, railgun, you notice the new toy right there, and the unique counter. Very cool if you ask me. It doesn't show a lot of things, but it shows us just enough for what we want. So let's dive into it. Delta Gundam Kai ground type 600 raid. 4-star. I've written that it's a ground and space unit out of habit because I don't change that often, so allow me to change that really quickly. It's a ground only unit. Well, let's clear that out of the way. Same with the Gundam EX, because I've written also this as a ground and space. You get the area. It's been a busy few days for yours truly. Regardless, 18,000 HP, 20 ballistic, 26 beam and 20 melee resistance. Already resistances are not exceptional, they are not extremely good, it's not extremely tanky, it's alright for its cost. 140 movement speed, 215 top speed, 200 and 240 when transformed, 75 thruster gauge, 75 turning speed, 78 while transformed. Melee priority is level 3, level 4 or very strong, while at 50% HP. High kick counter, unique multi-hit ending with a blast bolt counter for 50% or below. Close range, medium range and long range slots are interesting because it's built towards close and medium, meaning that you can put quick loaders on it and things like that. As you can see right above me, a generous variety of weapons. We're having the beam rifle, the beam saber. Here you go. So let's cover this really quick. Beam rifle with the railgun underbarrel. 2200 power, beam ammo, aka reloadable beam weapon, EPAC, I guess you could say. 4 rounds, 350 range, 5.5 cooldown, 15-second reload. You get the area. Just from seeing the name of many of these, you probably already can figure out how this work. The shield-mounted beam cannon rapid fires. The blast bolt is actually interesting because there's only one hit. So let's look at the blast bolt actually before we move on to other things. So, I think that should allow us to see them well. The beam rifle has no unique multipliers, just the good old classic stagger plus 20% build up. The single beam saber, melee and topple, good old classic, 180% damage on the downswing because of it hitting twice. Vulcans have a 4% build up stun. Their fire rate is alright, can be shot while boosting. The beam shield cannon is actually interesting. As you can see, it flinches, fires consecutive shots, charges staggers, and ×5 multiplier. Not bad. But the blast bolt is interesting. And if you notice, the blast bolt can be used while transformed, which is interesting. Now, let's cover this. The blast bolt is your good old classic single swing melee weapon. The downswing is a boosting lance, the side swings are like pokes to the side, and the neutral swing is just a good old punch. Now, after the melee connects, as it says here, a blast will follow that acts like a bazooka explosion. Meaning that not only do you hit someone, but you follow it up with a bazooka round. It doesn't stun you, which is interesting, but it does stun nearby enemies that are hit by. So you can take down a small group of enemies by hitting one and stunning the others. Now that's big. While you're transformed though, it deploys for 5 seconds, and if you manage to ram attack someone in those 5 seconds, yeah, you also do the same thing, but it also overhits, meaning that you get a one and done, and then you have to wait 25 seconds to hit it again. Now, if you notice also, under Note 1, this same weapon applies jamming and knocks back enemies along with the explosion. It does the same thing that the recent Goof does. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Goof Boost type, I think it was called. I don't remember. It was released Goof Overtype. There we go, I remember it now. We are on the console for the clan match. The railgun with all classic Pierce. And the beam shield while transformed, also rapid fire flinches, can be charged and shot while boosting, meaning it can also be shot while boosting without charging, and it has a good multiplier at 2.4. Pretty solid if you ask me. Now, let's look at the skills, shall we? Okay. Skills. Already, one of them is a mouthful, as you can tell, at what it does, but Assault Booster, Balancers, 2 swings, melee combo controller, Maneuver Armor level 3, Force Injector level 3, so quite agile, quite tanky in terms of build stun, Shield Tackle, Double Roll, good old classic for 4 stars, Flight Control Program level 4, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, Optimized Cooling Efficiency, Transforms, Skill Break Stance Mastery, Backbinder Cushioning, Nitro G ability boost, and high performance counter program level 2, meaning that you get the counter 50%. Now, I'll look first of all at the transformed additional skills, and then we'll look at the rest. While transformed, it gains shock dampeners, ram attack, high boost ram attack, transformed reinforcement, and transformation optimizer. Obviously, it does lose some of these skills, like Maneuver Armor is gone, Force Injectors is gone, Shield Tackle is gone, Melee Combo Controller and Balancers are gone, Assault Booster is gone. You get the area. Things that you'd use in a mobile suit, but you cannot use them while you're in flight mode, you will not use them. Things like, for an example, let's see. Flight Control Program. Even though you get it at level 4, you don't need that while you're transformed. You're already flying. But besides that, let's see what Nitro G ability boost does. At 50% HP or less, plus 5 movement speed, plus 10 boost speed, plus 5 turning speed, 100% to all directional movement, meaning the directional modifier goes to flat 100%, which is big for any raid support or general. Enhanced offense system, meaning that your strong melee priority becomes very strong, aka level 4, as I mentioned before, meaning that you're going to be able to literally punch through every single... Do forgive me, a motorcycle just went by. Every single unit that you try to melee class with, you will out melee priority them unless latency hits you. Spot enemies on the radar, kind of like how the Metal Spider does, selfishly again. And finally, 80% quicker abnormal status recovery, meaning that if you're on fire, if you're jammed, and all of that, you recover 80% faster. So if you'd normally be under the effect for 5 seconds, you're under it for 1 second. For that, then really covers everything that this fella brings to the table. Very solid, pretty good for a 600, nothing too insane. You're getting the classic Federation outfit, so nothing interesting here. The only other big interesting thing is that the Psycho Bow level 2 is added to the drops, so that's fun. The Delta Kai also comes with its unique classic 7-step, half of roll in one of them, and it comes with a new part, which is the electric defense system, which after 4 minutes of combat, I don't know why the 4 minutes of combat, if your unit has 30% of HP or more, it nullifies radar jamming effects from attacks and some skills, so jamming will not affect it as well, is what my guess is. Why at 4 minutes? I don't understand. Regardless. I'd rather this didn't have the 4 minutes deadline, I guess you could say, for it to even activate, because I kind of loses its purpose, because by that 4 minutes you're done through the match already, and if someone has been jamming your radar, it's kind of already late. But here we are. Who knows, maybe this part will be buffed in the future. We've seen it in the past, we'll see it again. Then we have the Psycho Bow with its own limited roll for the level 1, level 2, and the level 2 beam rifle. But that's really it from these on console. The premium login has actually the Zaku's Vi as the first the first third of the month, then the Wound Ward, and then the Agzin, respectively. Pretty good lineup, I'm not gonna lie. The Zaku's Vi is still a very solid 650 general, one of the better ones. Wound Ward is one of the best 450 supports, and the Agzin is a really funny meme that is actually pretty solid at its cost at 350. I think it's 350, right? Am I forgetting? I might be forgetting, and I don't want to forget it now because I will feel like an idiot. Oh no, it's a 350, I was right. Okay. Don't mind me, I totally don't have the game open to my side. You will never know, you will never catch me alive. Then, the recycle counter has the S Gundam level 1 level 2. Very solid unit, even in the current meta. 600 and 650, 600 is its territory, a lot easier than 650, but it can still be played at 650. It's not a worthless mobile suit. It has a unique niche that it covers, and it's, I gotta say, a lot of fun. Finally, forgive me, between hiccups, we have the clan match, which the clan match for next week is a 650, which is interesting because this mobile suit this week was 600. This is the next one. Well, the one that went after before this one was 650, which is interesting because it means that nobody was able to really use the Delta Kai ground type in the clan matches, because as far as I'm aware you can only use at cost units, not below cost, but I might be wrong on that. Next one is a 650 again, which I'm looking forward to see what it is, and the one after is a 300. Now that's interesting. And here's the Goof Over type, the one that I said that has the same pretty much gimmick in terms of the blast bolt for the Delta Kai. This one has it with the boost knuckle. So that is really funny that it's here. But that covers everything. That covers both of the new units, which right here. And this covers the video. As always, before we close off, as always, well, we'll see you on the battlefield.